Good day, Sir Ma'am. This is our capstone project entitled Nstp Automated Attendance Monitoring and Record Management System. So to start with, I have here the login form. And to access the main form, you need to enter the correct username and the correct password and click login. So for now, I'll use the admin account that can access all the features in this system. So right here, the username and the password, and click login or just press enter. I have here now the main form. As you can see, I have here the 4 main button that works properly, and also the menu strip and the user type, the name of the user, time and date. So if the user is first time to use this system, needs to click about and choose the system, and just click here where you want to learn and just read the note and steps. Okay, so to start, before you register the students, you need first to update the setting. So click in the admin and setting, and if there's need to edit, just click edit and edit the fields, and just click update, and successfully updated. To register the students, first step to do, click in this button, and before you enter the student information, you need to choose first the course, either ROTC or CWTS. For now, I will use the CWTS, and enter the ID number, the course of the student, the email, and the last name, first name, and middle name. After you fill up these all fields, just click next and continue to fill up the fields. Enter the birthplace, the religion, height, weight, complexion, and gender, blood type, and the region, and if your permanent address is the same with temporary address, just click here and click next, and enter info about the educational background. Click next. Family background. next, and the emergency contact version. And if the address of your emergency contact person the same with your address, just click here and choose the relationship and click save. It says here, student enrolled successfully. So just click OK. And do you want to add more student? So if you want to add more student, just click yes, or if you don't, click no. For now, I'll click no. The second step is to view the record. So click on view, choose student information. And choose the course, either ROTC or CWTS. So if you want to print his registration form, click the in this section and click print. And so this is the registration form of the CWTS. And if you want to update the student record, just click on the update. So if you don't need to edit this, just click next. And if the address substreet as add street, click next and next. And after you check his record and edit, you just click update, and says here student updated successfully. Just click OK. And if the student want to transfer on the ROTC course, you need to click his record and click on this transfer button. It says here, are you sure you want to transfer the student? Yes. And choose the course, either ROTC or CWTS, and click next. If you don't need to edit her record, just click next. And if the ROTC is, you need to add more about his info. And then click save. So let's see. As you can see now, in the ROTC, the record of this student in the CWTS transfer in this course, ROTC course. And if you want to search, just choose here either ID number, type his ID number, okay. So if you want to print this record, click the print and choose either registration or information. because this registration button is for the registration only, and the other one is the information. Okay. Next is to create the attendance activity. So just click attendance, click activity, and fill up this. And first, enter the activity name. Next is event venue. And if your activity is whole day, just check this all and select the class or the course and click save. Now I'll show you how to check attendance using manually, using import, and using the scanner. So just click here and click the search button, double click, select where to log in, and enter the ID number of the student. You can see here the difference. So this student the same 0 in the AM, and if I check this student will change to 1. So you can see the other one is 0 means absent, there is 1 here, so means present. So that is the using the manual checking of attendance. Next is the import. To import, you need to select the activity name and click import, then find the file name. Now let's go on the reports, generate the reports. So let's uncheck this and close. So to go in the reports, just click this button. And if you want the attendance report, beneficiary, cadet, certification, master list, and list of graduates. So let's explain first this attendance report. So before we print the attendance report, we need first to select activity, double click, click print. So this is the example of the attendance report. Close, and let's go to the beneficiary. So this report is for the ROTC only and the cadet profile. So just click beneficiary, click print. This is the example of the beneficiary report for male, and this is for female. On the cadet profile, the same step, click print for male, next is for female. And this on this certification, just click and enter the ID number of the student. Click this search button. If the ID, for example, the ID, the student not enrolled, and this will, the message box will show ID number is not exist. So this is the example of the certification reports. And for master release, just click here and select the course. There are OTC or CWTS, click print. Okay, so on this list of graduate is for export only. For example, on the CWTS, click export, and before you save, rename the file name. For example, graduate list of CWTS, and then click Save.
Next is the backup and restore feature of the system. So to back up the system data, click on the database, backup. Then we can see here that the file name of the backup copy we made is the date and time when the backup copy was made. So click save. After saving, let us check if the backup copy was successfully saved in our external drive. So we can see here the backup copy we just made earlier. So to restore the backup copy we made earlier, click on the restore database and search for it. So it's 12 and click open. This is successfully restored. So our system has two different types of user, the administrator and the standard user. The Nstp director and the secretary is considered as the administrator of the system, while the instructors or the officers in charge are considered as the standard user. The administrator of the system have access to all the features of the system, like the administrator setting here, wherein the administrator can see the details of every user of the system, like their username and password. Also, if an account here is no longer in use, you can just select it and click on the delete button, confirm. Then we can no longer see here the account. And also if there's an account that needs to be edited, say for example, this one, just select the account again, click on edit, then modify what needs to be changed and click on the update. So now we can see that from our OTC, from CWTS, we change it to ROTC. The administrator can also add users to the system by creating an account. So say for example, let us create an account for the CWTS instructor, then fill up all the fields here. It always make a more secure and more authentic username and password. And since it was a CWTS instructor, let's assign the program to CWTS and the level as standard and click on the create button. After that, we have to answer these recover password questions first, so that in case the user forgot his or her password, you can just answer these questions and be able to know his password. So for example, what is your favorite pet? The answers here should be answers that only the user knows. So go and click on save. After that, we can now see here the newly created account, and it was a standard user account. So let us now try logging in the standard user account that we created earlier. So just in case the user forgot his password, you can just click the button here, answer the password recovery questions like what we answered earlier when we created the account. Blue, and this one is public. Then click on the OK button. Then the password will be revealed here. Now we can go on and log in into the system. And also if the user wants to change his password, just click on the change password button here. Enter the old password and create the new password. And click OK. Now we can go on and log in using the new password. So we can now see here the menus of the system, wherein we can select what we want to do to the system. So as a standard user, we cannot access this administrator settings and also the database of the system. Below, we can also see the type of user that was logged in into the system, as well as the username and the time and date. So this is for the purpose of transparency so that every user of the system can see here in the user log who logged in into the system on what date and time. So say for example, let's see who logged in into the system last February 1. So just select the date, click on the search button, and now we can see who logged in into the system. So let's check also our account when we logged it in earlier, if it has a record in the system. So here we can see our account when we logged in earlier at 10:30. So now it's 10:31. Since the user is assigned to CWTS, you can only view information about the students of CWTS only. So we can see here we cannot select only CWTS students, and also the user can only register CWTS students as well as check attendance of CWTS students only, and also view reports that are CWTS related reports only. So that is the restriction for standard users. So the same is true when a standard user is assigned to ROTC. So let's log in a standard user for ROTC. Log in. So as a standard user, you can only register ROTC students, check attendance of ROTC students, view reports that are related to ROTC students only. So let's try to see other features of the system. So under file menu, here we have 3 submenus. So in here we have to add address and course. To add address, click the add button here and start filling up the fields. Region code, province of Benguet, municipality La Trinidad, barangay Bekel, and if there is a street, include it, then click on the save button. After this, let's check if the record is successfully saved. So here we can see car, region car, the province, the municipality, and also the barangay. So if there's a record that needs to be edited, say for example this record, just double click on it and then modify. So for example this one should be epil-connect, epil-connect, then click the update button. After that, let's check if it was really updated. So then we'll see here epil-connect. So that's it. Now let's try to add course into the system. Say for example, what is missing here, that if Cal State University offers BST, and include the description and click save. Now let's check if it is recorded. So here we have it. And if there's a course that needs to be edited, say for example this one, let's double click on it. So it's no longer the criminology, but it's criminal justice education. Let's click on the update button. Then we can now see here that the description is changed. We add courses and addresses in the system so that when we register, for example here, instead of typing the program, we can just select the program where the student was enrolled. And also when we have to fill up the address of the student here, instead of typing, you can just select, say for example, car, provinces. You can also see here the provinces and the municipalities and barangays. Another feature of our system is send SMS notification to students. Just click on File menu here and click on Send Message. But before we can send message, we have first to insert a broadband into our computer. So here we can see the broadband settings and click on the tools here to see the computer port where the broadband is inserted. Then go on and select the computer port and select the course of the students whom you want to send the message. And after that, go ahead and type in the message here in the message box. So you can also include the name of the student using the $sign. Then, so for example, to send announcement about the virtual orientation, you can send them the link. Click save first and before sending the message. So we can see here the total number of message sent. So since there are only 2 students, the total message sent here is 2. So if I'm one of the students enrolled in Nstp, then I should already receive an announcement via SMS. Also, the system can send notification to students about their total number of absences here. So let's click on the notification menu, select the course again, and the computer port. And after that, type in the message here. And you can always use the $sign for the name of the students and inform them of their total number of absences using the hashtag. Then click save and send. So we can see here the total number of message sent. So then again, the student must already received a notification by SMS.